did the parenting course, and we did it together. And coming in, I didn't necessarily know what to expect. It's like, in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, here's our top 5 things of where we struggle as parents. And it's like, okay, now we're gonna have a teaching on how are we better parents? Like, how do I actually, spanking or no spanking? Like how do we discipline our kids? How do we get them to respect you? Like, that's, I don't know if that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure what to expect.
And we also knew that we needed to like get some insight in parenting, period.
Yeah.
So that's a very, very good start
Yeah.
if that's your motive.
Yeah.
Because we're like, we could use some help.
We always need help.
The parenting course, like, it was again just being like, all right, what are Kent and Karen gonna say about parenting that's gonna revolutionize our lives? And they were fantastic. There were so many things that we were taking home with us that we were really like, oh yeah, like that needs to be a part of our regular life. It was like going back further, and I was like, really, God, like we're going back to my dad issues, we're going back to my mom issues, we're going back to, generation stuff, and being like, is there stuff that I missed that like before we had kids and coming here, it was about me because it was about me and it was about us, but we'd always come separately. And so coming here now with a new lens of God being like, okay, like how is this now affecting your children? And so with that in mind of like going back and God's like showing something deeper or showing something that I hadn't considered before. And I think having kids too, of being like, oh God, like it's one thing for me to have to deal with stuff, but I really love my kids and I don't want them to have to deal with X, Y, and Z, or if they do, like I want to be equipped to be able to work with them with that because we've done the work ourselves.
Through it all, it's like the spotlight has to be on me. Like it's not on my kids. The kids are a result of what's happening with me. Is there things that I'm clinging onto? Is there sin in my life? Is there open doors where I'm letting the enemy in? And now, if I see my kid acting in certain ways, it's like, why? Joanne had told me before that it's like, I can be critical of her sometimes. But I had this, okay, well, why am I critical? And this picture came to me that it's like, well, why is it that the kids can respect me as a father, but sometimes it's like they don't necessarily respect Joanne as the mother? And in this picture that it's like, well, they see me being critical. These are innocent little kids, but what is it that I'm letting in through my own life that the spirit of criticism has come in, and now it's seeping into them, and then we got to be critical to mom too. And I think so it's not about me just being like, okay, you can't be critical now, but really it's like, it's this, what do I need to address and adjust, and God, what do you want to heal in my own life? And then we get to see the outpouring of that with our kids.